This chapter discusses dealing with unions and management and how they work together. And the idea behind a union is essentially, instead of having just each individual bargain for their job and ask for a pay raise, it's typically done collectively, sometimes called collective bargaining through a union. And the union speaks for the group of people, and the union bargains and establishes what a particular job would be worth as far as pay, how long you have to be in that job before you're promoted, and so on. Why individuals join unions actually varies. Many people just like unions. They come from maybe perhaps union states or union families, but often it's a requirement for the job. Now, closed shops are now illegal. In a closed shop, an individual had to be a member of the union before they could be hired. But there are things called union shops, and union shop says that while you're in this job, you must be a member of the union and pay dues. And depending on the collective bargaining agreement and the state, there's also something called an agency shop. And in an agency shop, employers don't have to join the union, but they do at least have to pay union dues or fees for their representation. Idaho is a right-to-work state, and that says that you cannot have a union shop. You have a right to choose whether to join or not join the union. But that's your choice. And as I mentioned, closed shops are actually outlawed. They were outlawed by the Taft-Hartley law. Invariably, sometimes there's going to be conflicts between unions and managements. They may be desiring higher pay or better benefits, and some of the tactics that the unions may use are a strike. That's actually where they just don't come to work and they picket the plant or the organization or company. A boycott is when they encourage people not to buy that particular organization or its products. Work slowdown, where half the people call in sick, and then of course pickets. And the idea behind a picket is that other union members would not cross the picket line, and so effectively it could shut down the company. Management also has some weapons in its arsenal if it has a disagreement with the union, and one of the things it might do is called a lockout. That's where they just simply shut the business down. And they also may hire strike breakers to cross the picket line and keep the company open while the union members are picketing and on strike. This map shows you where union membership is highest and lowest, and unions in general are struggling a little bit. The sector that's actually growing the fastest as far as union membership is concerned is government employees. Again, this is just a brief introduction to the concepts covered in this chapter, so spend some time with it. And again, make sure you look at your syllabus and don't fall behind on the other assignments that might be due with this particular lesson.